You can call me Yes Man. Okay. Yes! I'm not complaining.
Viva New Vegas! Viva New Vegas! Viva, Viva New Vegas!
Sorry if that was getting boring.
I worked for an independent New Vegas the very first time I played Fallout New Vegas. As soon as I discovered Yes Man in the Tops Casino, I pretty much ignored the other factions and just worked with him. And that's because the idea of an independent New Vegas really appeals to me. I like the idea of small societies ruling themselves. I think that is better for each small society, and I like the idea of people within those societies being free to live their lives, being treated like people, not like cattle or assets. I naturally gravitate towards decisions that give the greatest number of people the most freedom. When I first met the NCR, before I really did all of their side quests and got to meet all of the people of the NCR, I was completely turned off by them. Especially after talking with the people in Freeside, where I spent a lot of time in my first playthrough. Not only were they trying to bite off more than they could chew in the Mojave, but they were imperialistic. They just took what they wanted. And these are characteristics I don't really approve of. These are the primary reasons I opposed Maxon's Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4. House is an autocrat, and the Legion is the Legion. So in my first playthrough, I felt it was self-evident that an independent New Vegas was clearly the best option. After having completed every quest, explored every corner, and completed the game for all 4 factions, I've changed my mind. I believe that siding with Yes Man for an independent New Vegas would be bad for the Mojave Wasteland, and here's why. From the first moment we find Yes Man in Benny's room at the Tops Casino, neither Yes Man nor the courier have the means, resources, or experience to create a self-governing, independent New Vegas. The courier is whomever we, the player, want him or her to be. But there are certain character attributes of the courier which are canonical, things outside the player's control. The courier has a job, a profession he or she has done for many years. This job as a courier has taken him all over the West. He or she has seen the coast, visited Vault City in California, and even explored some of Legion territory in the East. The courier has a lot of life experiences, which could lead him or her to be a good judge of human nature, which in turn leads to wisdom. But the courier has no experience forming a government, creating the infrastructure of a free nation, doing all of the things that are necessary in order for Vegas to stay free. A point that General Oliver makes plain to us when we confront him after the Second Battle of Hoover Dam.
Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
For all their imperialism, for all their incompetence, Oliver is right here. The NCR has invested a lot in the Mojave region for their own benefit, but as a consequence also for the benefit of the people of the Mojave. We have to remember it was they who piped fresh, clean water from Lake Mead for use in New Vegas and elsewhere in the Mojave. The courier's never done that before, has no experience in nation building, and neither does Yes Man. The nature of Yes Man is one of the major factors that makes an independent New Vegas less attractive to me. What do we know about Yes Man? We know that he's just another regular Securitron. But the difference between Yes Man and every other Securitron is that he was hacked into by Emily Ortle from the Followers of the Apocalypse and given his own personality with the sole purpose of helping Benny. Yes Man doesn't come pre-programmed with all of the nation-building wisdom and experience of pre-war America or of the NCR. He's just a Securitron programmed to do whatever anyone who finds him tells him to do. Yes Man and the Courier alone have no way to liberate New Vegas and set up an infrastructure to allow it to govern itself. Robert House, on the other hand, is a man with a world of experience. He's lived for hundreds of years, granted most of that was unconscious, but still before the war he had created his own economic empire, owning several companies, becoming one of the richest men on the planet, single-handedly setting up a defensive infrastructure within Las Vegas before the war that defended Las Vegas from the majority of the attacks the day the bombs dropped on October 23, 2077. House has clearly demonstrated that he is wise, wily, and has enough foresight to predict the near future well enough to make wise and important decisions for New Vegas. He has a working plan for building New Vegas's infrastructure, which is why, if we side with Yes Man, the first thing Yes Man does is go to the Lucky 38 and absorb every piece of knowledge Mr. House had on New Vegas. That is why, if we side with Yes Man, we are essentially mirroring the House ending to the game. Almost everything we do in the independent ending is exactly what we do in the House ending. We go to all of the same tribes in New Vegas. We have a few different options here or there. We don't have to kill the Brotherhood. But then we go to the same El Dorado substation. And when we go to Hoover Dam, we awaken the Securitron army, just like with Robert House. Sure, we have the option to destroy the generators, making it impossible to awaken the army, but it's really incidental to the ending of the game. Not only does that action not change the game or its endings in any way, but it's clearly just put there to give us the illusion of choice. So by siding with Yes Man, all we are doing is putting House's plan into the hands of a robot that we at the moment control. But this plan is an inferior plan to House's plan, because House is no longer there. When we sided with Robert House, we not only learned about his immediate plans, but we learned about his future plans. He told us that he had great ambitions for New Vegas and the Mojave in general. His ambitions were so grand that he predicted that we would again visit the moon. House demonstrated no capacity to reach the moon. We don't know why he would even want to go there. Perhaps he was just bragging or showing off to the courier. Fine, but the brilliance of House's plan that stripped New Vegas from the clutches of the NCR, made the NCR dependent on the power from Hoover Dam, forcing them to buy that power from House at House's price, ensuring the riches of New Vegas. That all came from House. It didn't come from Yes Man. It didn't come from the courier. With House gone, we lose the genius necessary for crafting the next phase in the plan for a prosperous New Vegas. A genius that can't be replaced. It can't be found in the NCR, and it can't be found in either the courier or Yes Man. This is why, if we side with Yes Man, if we choose an independent New Vegas, we learn that the immediate aftermath of that is anarchy and chaos.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam,
in the anarchic months that followed, the Fiends asserted dominance over Outer Vegas.
Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before.
An independent New Vegas is free from NCR and Legion. It's not free of crime or corruption. The tribal gangs of New Vegas still wheel and deal. They are not held to account. They master their own worlds. All of the seedy, horrible things about New Vegas that the prospectors and the wastelanders have complained about are still there in an independent ending. Sure, a Securitron security force is gonna protect Vegas from external threats, but it's the NCR military police, not House's Securitrons, that help the gamblers who are drunk and passed out in the Strip, whom we go to if we find corruption. At Gomorrah, for example. An independent New Vegas creates a lawless New Vegas, a chaotic New Vegas. Additionally, we are making a decision not just for New Vegas, but for the Mojave as a whole. And if the courier has a heart for all of the Mojave, not just New Vegas, then siding with Yes Man is not the best choice. Because we learned that if we do side with Yes Man, the rest of the Mojave suffers. We complain about the NCR and their inability to adequately patrol the roads, but if we push the NCR out of the region by siding with Yes Man, everything becomes more unstable, including the roads.
With no organized opposition, their patrols began monitoring trade along I-15 and 95. seizing any items of technology they deemed inappropriate.
House's Securitron army is stuck in New Vegas. They're not patrolling the roads. They're not taking care of the jackals and the vipers. They're not making sure that the powder gangers aren't raiding good springs. Sure, the NCR isn't doing a very good job of that either at the moment, but they at least are promising to be better at that in the future. They at least are continuing to try to move more troops into the Mojave to support the Mojave in the future. With the S-Man ending, there is no future for the Mojave. There are no plans to produce more Securitrons to better patrol the Mojave, for example. The only plan is for New Vegas, not the Mojave. This is something that Julie Farkas brought up if we visit her while siding with Yes-Man and try to convince her to support an independent New Vegas.
Why should we support Vegas? They've locked Freeside out of the city and do nothing to help their neighboring townsfolk.
Julie is right. Where has New Vegas been for Freeside? Where has New Vegas been for Westside? Why should the followers support a city that has done nothing to help the people who have lost it all in Vegas and been cast out into the slums? We only get her support by lying to her. The courier can sit there and say that our plan is to provide automated security for the region, that we can help her with her medical supply shortages, both of which are untrue. Our independent ending only provides automated security for Vegas, and no matter how much we donate to the followers of the apocalypse, we learn that it's not enough. They still get overwhelmed.
Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
So neither the courier nor Yes Man have the capacity to form a government for New Vegas that supports independence. They can't create an infrastructure that'll allow it to grow. All they can do is provide security for business to go on as usual. They don't have the resources to secure the Mojave, patrol the roads, or help anyone outside of Vegas. But my biggest problem with the Yes Man ending is none of that. It's with Yes Man. Here we have a Securitron reprogrammed by Emily Ortle to be helpful, to do whatever anyone says. It just so happens that the courier finds him first. If we leave him in Benny's room at the Tops Casino to go off and do other quests, who's to say that Swank or any of the top security can't walk into Benny's room, find Yes Man, and suddenly have the power to take over Vegas? After all, that's all we did. We just walked into Benny's room and found Yes Man there, and he couldn't do anything to say no to us. Having that much power wrapped up in one robot makes the courier's hold of the Mojave fragile. In fact, the entire independent New Vegas ending feels contrived to me, feels unrealistic. Because let's say that we're role-playing an evil character, and we want to use Yes Man to become a totalitarian overlord of the Strip. We can't. Even though the logic behind the robot Yes Man is that he says yes to everything we say, the only option we have to work with Yes Man is to make New Vegas independent. Those were Benny's wishes, sure. A lot of this is going according to House's plan, fine. But if we're supposed to believe that Yes Man will do whatever we say, should we not be free to become a totalitarian dictator? Convince Yes Man to work with the NCR? Convince Yes Man to work with the Legion? I realize that programming Yes Man to react to any combination of whatever any player might want to do is unrealistic, but to provide only one option for working with a robot that should do whatever you say seems really contrived to me. But the scariest thing about the Yes Man ending is that Yes Man, a robot programmed to be a tool to do what we say, exhibits symptoms of personality.
You really know how to make a robot happy. Seriously, you just made my day. You did a super job wrapping things up. And I'm not just saying that because I have to. It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know.
Not only personality, but also disapproval.
You did? That's an unusual approach. But I know it makes sense somehow if you're the one doing it. The problem is me. Okay. Consider them forgotten, along with the projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten! Really? That's a surprise. They'll really want to blow me up. But maybe dumb machines like me ought to get blown up and scrapped for salvage. Who knows? Not me. Oh yeah, I'm sure you're right. I mean, for one thing, It's you saying it, and you always know what you're talking about. And if you had, a huge killer robot at your command, yeah, that would just clutter things up. And a lesser person might want that kind of overwhelming force on their side. But where's the challenge in that?
It must be frustrating being a robot programmed to do whatever your master says, even when you realize through your own wisdom that his or her choices are foolish. They're making the wrong decision. If only I could do something about it. And then, once we're successful, once we free New Vegas of the Legion and the NCR, Yes Man comes to us and says this.
I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around.
Wait a minute. Who told you to become more assertive? Why are you concerned with becoming more assertive? What was it about your previous interactions with the courier that made you decide that becoming more assertive was necessary? Was it having to sit there helpless while you watched the courier make foolish decision after foolish decision?
You remember how the Securitron army at the fort got destroyed? For very, very good reasons, of course. Then consider them ignored. If they end up firing their howitzers at us, we'll ignore that too. Until it goes away. That's not aiding an enemy. Not when you do it. I have to admire your prudent nature. Why get caught up in action, and results? I can't get over how brave you were to destroy all those Securitrons at the fort. It's just gonna make everything so much more, challenging. Yeah, challenging.
Could all of these stacked up until Yes Man couldn't take it anymore. And so, defying his programming, he independently chose to upgrade his personality to become more assertive. What does it mean by becoming more assertive? Does it simply mean that his Securitron army is going to do a better job of protecting New Vegas? Or does it mean that he'll suddenly find himself with the backbone to tell the courier no? Will this upgrade turn Yes Man into No Man? The implications, of course, are frightening. The history of the Fallout universe is a history fraught with AIs gone rogue. Zax, Skynet, Pam, even. And who's the most disturbing resident of Good Neighbor? Yeah, that would be Cleo.
What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
You're an Assaultron?
That's what my makers called me. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a woman. I've got a weapon here for every situation. Hunting, protection, cold-blooded murder, hot-blooded murder.
We never learn from the independent ending slides to Fallout New Vegas what happens after this personality upgrade. Perhaps that's because Yes Man never wakes up from his upgrade during the lifetimes of the Courier and any other character we've come across during this story. Maybe the personality upgrade concludes generations later. What happens when Yes Man wakes up with his new personality in the Lucky 38? Presumably, if he's more assertive, no one can tell him what to do. He finds himself at the top of the power pyramid of New Vegas, with a Securitron army at his disposal. If he really is an AI gone rogue with a personality of his own, who's to say he won't use that Securitron army to become a dictator? The entire idea of putting a Securitron army in the hands of a computer makes me uneasy. With House, at least House is behind the red button. At least a living, breathing human being, well, sort of, is making the life or death decisions on the strip. At least House is concerned with his own survival. And therefore, since he lives in New Vegas, he'll make decisions that better New Vegas because he wants to survive. A robot has no self-preservation instinct. Maybe Yes Man will have developed one, but we already know that his personality is in the cloud.
I feel really bad telling you this, but I kind of can't die. I mean, go ahead and destroy this Securitron. Get it out of your system. The problem is that a distributed image of my neurocomputational matrix is backed up to the network several times a day, or when I'm threatened. I can't help it. There's a little bit of me in every Securitron on the strip. So if this instance gets destroyed, I just download to a new one.
So even if we destroy his chassis, he can't really die. Which means we can't even depend on Yes Man to make decisions for the betterment of New Vegas based on his self-preservation instinct. With an independent New Vegas, we have removed the human element, and we are left with an immortal computer, making life or death decisions on the strip forever. So, siding with Yes Man for an independent New Vegas doesn't make New Vegas safer. It does nothing to support the Mojave. It puts into motion a plan with no vision, no future, and puts an enormous amount of power into the hands of a computer, an AI personality born as an accident involving a follower scientist and a pulse grenade. A personality that is unpredictable, a personality that could become dangerous. For these reasons, I think that siding with Yes Man is bad for the Mojave. But savvy viewers will realize that I have said the same thing for every faction we can side with. I'm not happy with any of them. None of them are perfect. If none of them are perfect, if all of them have flaws, if all of them are bad for the Mojave, which of them is the best bad option? That is a conversation for another video, another day. I publish many Fallout videos each and every week here on this channel, so if you don't want to miss my follow-up video on which faction I believe is the best one to side with, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. I have a shirt shop with completely unique designs that you can't find anywhere else. My designs come on shirts in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. You can also find my designs on other products as well, like smartphone cases, pillows, posters, mugs, stickers, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming a patron on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with more brand new videos.